couldn't really feel their emotion through the game, the way they played with the ball or anything. You couldn't really tell what they wanted to do on the field. It just felt like they weren't there.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. It just felt like they weren't on the field. I mean, yeah, they were getting the saves, they were getting the shots, but the plays of Darkest Nations were just counteracting everything that CopCakes wanted to do. And use a shot potential here from H. You'll be able to set that one up as we are into the second game. It is a best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. So if Darkest Nation take this one, that means they're going to move on to the next round, as I do believe it's round 3 here in the tournament. But Biddles try and get this shot set up. A nice save from Josh, though, is going to leave H to try and challenge this one on the ball away from Vex. Vex is going to get a better touch on the 50-50. Josh just not getting up in time. Webby centering this one here. Micah's on fire. Is going to get a nice clear off the backboard right onto Biddles to kind of neutralize that ball, maybe mess up CopCakes' rotations. Josh sending this one back to Biddles and Vex up on the wall here. Looks like they were a little bit disoriented, but it doesn't matter as the shot coming out from H is blocked pretty well by Vex on his return back to the defensive position. But that's the first time we're going to see CopCakes on the board.
Yeah, from the very beginning of this game, it felt like a different CopCakes. Every hit seemed to make more sense. The rotations were on point, and it really did surprise Darkest Nation. Surprised me a little bit, too, that they finally were able to get a goal.
Good on them. CopCakes doing a great job at definitely adapting to the way that Darkest Nation is playing. A nice flick here from H, and oh, could have been a nice shot if he had waited just a second longer, but I think the defense from Darkest Nation may have gotten a better end of that one. Oh. Biddle's not able to save this one twice, and Webby putting his team on the map.
I mean, honestly, are these even the same two teams? It's almost like I described it perfectly. What were CopCakes doing game one? Were they analyzing Darkest Nation? Is this why they're already up 2-0? I mean, if it is, that's some real deep strategy there.
I mean, yeah, they got to start somewhere, and I guess if that's your game plan, stick to it. But with this first game, we got to see Darkest Nation do a little bit something different. Webby, yet again, going to set up for another shot. Mike is on fire, though, getting a nice clear. I feel like Darkest Nation is just taken off or kind of put back a little bit by the way that CopCakes are playing in this second game, and they just haven't been able to adapt to the way CopCakes have changed.
I mean, honestly, it's like they're a different team. Maybe Darkest Nation were just expecting the same play style, so they're playing the same pace that they had going for them in game one, but now they need to switch gears, and if they take too long to do that, this 2-goal lead could be enough to push CopCakes to a game 3.
Yeah, definitely. So we're on the verge of kind of 3 minutes left here. We got to see CopCakes. Yeah, I want to say if they get another goal, it's almost pretty heavily going to be in their favor. Right now, it's still anybody's game. I think Darkest Nation can come back pretty easily if they played like in game one, but right now, got to see CopCakes kind of get another goal to solidify their lead and their position. But Darkest Nation going to gain possession of the ball here as Biddles is going to center this one, though nobody's set up for Darkest Nation except Biddles himself is going to go for another shot. H going to get that one over one defender from Darkest Nation, but not the second. Mike is on fire with an incredible setup for Vex to almost get a shot on net. Biddles going to center this one for himself. Again, too many solo plays, I think, from Darkest Nation. Mike is on fire was in the right mindset of trying to set up passes, but I just don't think they're getting the shots on from the passes that are set up right now.
Yeah, but they're also rotating back pretty heavily, so not a lot of pressure coming out of them, and that's just due to CopCakes maintaining boost and maintaining these clears, and they quickly flip it back to the blue side. Darkest Nation definitely have hope, but CopCakes just playing at a whole new level.
Exactly. The rotations of Darkest Nations maybe a little bit too hesitant. They're playing scared, and you can't play scared against a team where you're down. You might want to play a little bit more smart. You want to make sure your clears, your saves, your defensive rotations are there, but you don't want to play scared. You have to start putting on the aggression that we saw in game one. And there's 2 minutes winding down on the clock. Going to see Josh going to clear this one in the middle here for CopCakes. Darkest Nation Biddles in the center. This one here looks like in Vex on the backfield. Mike is on fire, going to center this one, but Vex a little bit too far back is going to be relying on Biddles, and Mike is on fire. Vex going to come a little bit late to this one, and Vex going to neutralize this one, get it away from Webby. Josh up on the wall is Biddles. Got to challenge that. Got to get that away from Josh. Otherwise, we saw what CopCakes can do if we give Webby at least control of the ball. Mike is on fire. Setting this one right into Biddles. No pass setup, no good clear. As we are winding down to 1 minute, it is looking like Darkest Nation falling further and further behind. Biddles gonna go for the shot. Maybe a little bit of a fake there. Nice shot for Mike is on fire, but I think the fake was what sold it.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if that was intentional or not, but there is a bit of a hesitation coming out of H, and it's just enough for Mike's on Fire with a really well-placed shot, like hits the post and everything, has to bounce back in. So as far left as he could, as far away from the defender. Excellent placement. Could be what Darkest Nation needs to come back in this game.
Yeah, definitely. With a minute remaining, there is plenty of time to get another shot onto the net and make sure that one lands clean, but I see him start doing it quick, and that's a misplay there from Darkest Nation.
No.
Josh is going to solidify the lead of CopCakes here.
It's really rough. Like, you live by Mike's. Oh, actually, Josh was able to get a light touch on Mike, so the second he jumped off into the air, he was completely displaced, not able to touch that ball, so slightly very fortunate for Josh.
Yeah, a little bit difficult here from Darkest Nation. I gotta say they're falling behind, but it is gotta work out. I mean, Darkest Nation, we saw what they could do game 1. Game 2, playing a little bit shaky here. With 30 seconds remaining, gotta give this one over to CopCakes as of right now, unless they get a shot on net here. We gotta center this one and get a shot. It could have been a shot from Vex there, but speed just wasn't there for Darkest Nation. Vex centering this one, can't get it enough power onto it to send it over to Biddles. Time winding down. Darkest Nation got to do something quick. They need enough time to score 2 goals to at least send this into overtime. Mike is on fire, going to do the best he can to get the defense away from CopCakes, and no clears there for no saves from Josh. H has to come to the rescue, and with 3 seconds winding down, Darkest Nation going to take the loss for game 2.
Whew, so that's exciting. Glad to have a game 3 in our first stream series. CopCakes really coming alive. Totally different team than game 1. It's looking like a hustle by CopCakes right now, but Darkest Nation, I'm sure they'll be able to reset and come out in game number 3 with a new energy, something that they might have not been able to draw out just due to the heavy deficit they entered game 2 with.